Are a week away now from the official beginning of the 2022 tax season.
All right. Traditionally, the tax season begins in early February, but this year it's actually been moved up 2 weeks. WATE 6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare is here to explain why. Don?
Well, Bo, the IRS says it needs more time to process your returns. Filing taxes can be a headache all by itself, but the pandemic has really clogged up the overall system. The IRS reports it closed last year's tax season with an unprecedented 35 million unprocessed returns, and they're still behind by about 8 million returns today. We talked with a tax professional about the new season and what changes you can expect. In Halls, there hasn't been much rest for tax preparer Mark Curran. Just as he finished up last year's return for clients, some of them just a few months ago, he'll be starting this year's tax season 2 weeks early, January 24th, at the direction of the IRS.
They basically just want us to basically get the returns in as quick as we can, to give them as much time as they, can have to process them.
The IRS commissioner says the pandemic continues to create challenges. Many of its employees are working from home, and the IRS is millions of returns behind on manual reviews. In June, we reported that Josie, who lives in Knoxville, was one of millions of people still waiting for their stimulus checks. That shortfall will be made up in this year's filing.
In 2021, eligible taxpayers did receive the third economic stimulus payment, which they will have to reconcile on their 2021 return. And if they didn't get that amount, it could be added to their return.
In 2021, the American Rescue Plan increased the tax breaks for families with children. Millions of families received upfront money credits, but their write-off at tax time this year may trigger a bill.
The child tax credit changed this past year. Basically, taxpayers that qualified for that credit have been receiving a portion of that credit every month since the middle of 2021. And taxpayers are going to have to reconcile that credit, what they received, with what they are due on their tax return for 2021.
What's reconcile mean?
So the child tax credit was expanded this year. The taxpayers that received the advanced child tax credit throughout 2021 have to report those payments on their tax return in order to see if they should receive more or less of the credit.
Then we also have the earned income tax credit.
Right. The earned income tax credit is a credit for working families with children that are below a certain income threshold. The earned income credit hasn't changed much. However, it is one of the credits that could potentially trigger a manual review. And as we said, the IRS is short-staffed, so anytime something's wrong on the return or you need a manual review, that could push your return months down the road.
The IRS reports the average income tax refund last year was $2,867. The IRS issued nearly 95.5 million refunds in 2021. And if you are due a return, you'll get your refund within 21 days if you choose the fast route.
E-filing your return and actually electing the direct deposit of your refund will give you the quickest way to get your money back from the IRS.
Now, remember last year and again in 2020, the IRS extended the tax deadline into May. Well, the IRS says it does not expect that to happen this year. When you file your return electronically, you can follow the progress of it within 24 hours by going to the website, Where is My Refund? And once you're there, you need to follow the directions. Elizabeth?
Don, thank you very much. And if you have a consumer question for Don, you can go ahead and send him an email at ddare@wate.com. You can also call his 6 on Your Side hotline number. You see it right there on your screen, 865-633-5974.